So we are on chapter 9. Let's get started. Winter is always a dead time for me. I wish I were like the trees. I wish I could feign death or at least sleep through the winter. My tiara continues its reign as a permanent fixture on my head. Before long, no one asks me about it anymore. Second semester, I trade J.A.M for health class. On the first day, the teacher, Miss Adams, tells us that she used to be a professional water skier and leaves out the part about how she ended up a professional health teacher. It becomes apparent after the first month that every disease we study, she has known someone who has had it. Most of them were on the water skiing team. Angie has the class with me, and Mrs. Adams become the frequent subject of our lunch conversations. Walking to and waiting for the bus is now my personal hell. I stamp my feet, keep my head low and my shoulders hunched, and quietly hate the world for being so cold. I'm careful to always stand with my back to Sylvie and Finney. I have never told anyone how much I hate seeing the two of them together. They would make too big of a deal out of it and think it meant something stupid. I just don't like her, and they annoy me. Some mornings I think maybe Sylvie is talking for me to overhear. When it's really cold out, I think the idea is ridiculous and that I am stupid for even thinking it. It's cold and nothing matters except getting inside that bus and getting to Jamie. So I was thinking this weekend we should go to that party. You know which one I mean. Yeah, I mean everyone is going to be there, so we should really go. Is Jack going? Everybody is going, Finn. Next scene. Class, Miss Adams tells us, eating disorders are not something to joke about. I've seen what they can do to a person. One girl on my water skiing team had anorexia. Another was bulimic. They were such beautiful girls, but these are not pretty diseases. Next scene. Jamie and I talk on the phone every night before we go to sleep. We talk about getting married someday and what sort of house we'll have and how many children. It surprises me how much he wants these things, such normal things and nothing else. Sometimes I'm disappointed with love. I thought that when you were in love, it would always be right there, staring you in the face, reminding you every moment that you love this person. It seems that it isn't always like that. Sometimes I know that I love Jamie, but I don't feel it, and I wonder what it would be like to be with someone else. I love him the most when we fight, and I'm scared that he will leave me. After we fight, I want so much to be close to him, and the next day I want his hand in mine every minute. Sometimes he loves me more than I love him, and he wants me to pay attention to him, but I wish he would leave me alone so that I could go back to reading or talking to Angie about Miss Adams. Sometimes we both love each other a lot, and it's hard to hang up at night, and I wish it could always be like that. Next scene. Class, I was young once too, Mrs. Adams says. I know about the pressures to have sex, not just from your partner, but from your friends and the media and even your own body. It can be hard, but please be careful. I know you think that no one you know has an STD, but that's how they spread. I remember having to hold the hands of several of my teammates after they found out they had an STD. One girl got herpes, and as we've learned, that's one that never goes away. Imagine having that forever. Next scene. One morning, it sounds like Sylvie and Finney are fighting. They whisper back and forth, and Finney is suddenly saying a whole lot more than yeah. Now that I want to hear what they are saying, I can't. I glance over my shoulder at them. Finney is standing next to her, glaring at the ground. Sylvia is facing him and clinging to his side as she looks up at his face. From a distance, it would be hard to tell that they're fighting. Please, I see more than hear her say. I see more than hear her say. He shakes his head and doesn't reply. Jamie gives me a promise ring for Valentine's Day. All day, whenever I see someone I know, I rush up to show them my hand and tell them that I have the best boyfriend ever. He gives me another tiara too. This one is gold and has more curlicues. To everyone's surprise, spring comes early that year. That was boring. That was very short. But for whatever reason, I really don't feel like reading another chapter. So we're just going to stop at 9 and I'll just wait for the next time for chapter 10. I need some action to happen. They're trying to rock me to sleep. So we're going to see. This is very chapter 10 and it's still kind of burning slow. Hopefully something happens. Until next time, good night.